Hello, this is a walkthrough of my Rails portfolio project. It's called My Watch Collection, and it's an application that allows a watch collector, of which I am one, to record their watch collection. The first screen that's presented for this application is a login screen, but if a user does not already have an account set up, they can go to the sign up screen in order to sign up with a new account. And the validation for this screen expects that email and password should not be blank, and also is expecting a minimum of 6 characters for the password, and also it validates the email address that's being entered. For instance, if the email address already exists, it will not allow it to be created, and it will tell you the user that the email has already been taken. So that's the validation for the sign up. For the login, it's expecting that email and password are both valid. Also, this application allows the user to sign in with their Facebook account, and here I'll demonstrate that. And again, once a valid email and password has been entered in Facebook, they'll be taken straight into the application. And in this instance, it's displaying a message that there are currently no watches to display, which is exactly right, because I haven't actually entered any watch details via my Facebook account. But I'm going to do that now to demonstrate that function. So to add a new watch, it takes us to the new watch screen where we can then start entering details of a new watch. As you can see, I've been playing around with this already, so that I have some information that I can use to pre-fill. Bracelet, model number, day bought. And at this point I can actually create the watch without entering any other information. So I can create it. It will then take me to the screen showing me that the watch has been successfully saved, and show me details of the watch. I can then, if I was to click on show complications now, because I haven't actually added any complications to this watch as yet, if I click on show complications, it will tell me that there are no complications to display. So I can now go into that watch to edit it and add the complications. In this instance, I'll add 2, a chronograph and a date window. Click on update. Here again it shows me the watch that I've edited, saying it's been successfully edited. And now if I click on show complications, it will show me the 2 complications that I just entered. Clicking on any of these will then actually give me details of a description, give me description for that complication to tell me what it actually is, which I should know already, but there you go. A lot of people don't actually understand how that works with the watch, the complications. If I was to click on delete here, it will not delete that complication straight away, because obviously I've done that accidentally and not needed to do that. But it brings up a screen asking me if I'm sure I want to delete it. In this instance, I don't wish to delete it, so I will click on cancel, go back. If I go into edit this watch again, I can then enter a new complication if one doesn't exist already in those being displayed. Also, if I was to actually try to enter a complication that already exists, click on update, it will not actually do so, and it will display a message saying that that's invalid because the name has already been taken. Also, the description cannot be blank, so both of these fields need to be have data entered in. But I will go ahead and create a new complication, new description, click on update. Again, it takes me back to the display of the watch, telling me that the edit was successful. And now if I click on show complications, there the new complication has been entered. If I click on it, it will show me the complication name and description. And I can now delete this, because I don't really need it, so I click on OK. And there, it's been deleted. Okay, I can also delete this watch, and here again I get asking me to confirm that that's what I want to do, which I do. So I will click on OK. That will delete the watch and tell me that the watch has been deleted. So that's a demonstration of the new watch and edit watch functions, and showing the complications and the deletions. Click on sign out. Now I'm going to sign into a test user that I set up so I can demonstrate the paging function. Sorry, that was the wrong user I said. This is the one I want. Okay. Now here, as you can see, that I have a lot more watches entered. These are actually watches that I own, and it's also telling me how many watches that are actually being recorded so far. In this case, it's 41 watches. It will also allow the user to actually change the number of watches that are displayed on each screen. So I can enter a number in it. It defaults to 18 initially. If less than 18 watches are actually have been entered, it won't display this option to actually change the number of watches on the page. Only once it hits 19, then it will display the first 18, and then the 19th one will be available on the second page. But the user can actually change how many watches are entered. So if I say put 15 in here, click submit, it will only display 15 on the page. It's still telling me how many watches that I have in total. And then I can go from one page to the other by clicking on the number of the page, or once it's the end, it will not allow you to click on any more because that's the last page. I can click on previous, or as I said before, I can just click on any page to see which page. Also, I have a function in here that allows me to show the maker of most of my watches. So if I click on that, as you can see, Invicta, they're a watch company. Most of my watches actually are from Invicta. Their head office is in Florida, Hollywood, Florida, I believe. And so it's showing me that there are 23. I have 23 Invicta watches. And here, because I have more than the 18 default for a page, it's showing me the option to actually change the number on the page. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for listening.